Let's talk about Headhunters, I think it was called. Alright, I can check. I'm pretty sure it's Headhunters. I just checked it. Headhunters, yeah. Oh, frick, I forgot that. Hold on. Tell your friends. Got it. Sorry, I forgot it last video. Whatever. Okay. Headhunters about Headhunters. It's about when Seuss finds all of these wax figures of like historical figures and stuff, and then finds them. Stan's like, oh, I forgot about them because they weren't making me moolah, you know. And then Abraham Lincoln, wax Abraham Lincoln just melts because the blinds were open. So then Stan, he puts Mabel in charge of making another wax figure. So the wax figure would be of Stan. So then, and Stan starts it off, and then people were angry because he lied about free pizza at a presentation. And yeah, he did that, and they're all angry, like, oh no, free pizza and stuff. And then later that night, wax Stan got beheaded. I was gonna try and make my head, like my hat fall off my head. There we go. It did. Also, the cipher code at the end of this episode in the credits is "He's still in the vents," which is a reference to the end of this episode, which I'm gonna get into later. So then and then Dipper and Mabel go around to try and find who killed Wax Stan, and they find clues of who it was. They find that the culprit has a hole in one of its shoes, one of his or her shoes, or its. And then they found an axe as well, and then there's no fingerprints on it. And then so they went, but that's later in the episode. So they go and find everybody. They go and find everyone who was at the presentation, and then they figure out that the axe is a left-handed axe. So whoever was right-handed didn't kill him. So they went around and they found out that Toby Determined was the person who beheaded Stan, because he's got a hole in his shoe, and because he holds his microphone with his left hand, and he's like, "Your kids are jumping to conclusions," stuff like that. And the cops are there too, Blubs and the other guy. I don't know. So, and then they were like, "But how?" And then he plays a tape of him on the night of the murder, and it was he was kissing a cardboard cutout of the real reporter. So then Stan hosts a funeral in front of Seuss, Dipper, Mabel, and all the wax figures for Wax Stan. So that is a thing. So, and then Seuss and Stan run out because they have glitters in their eyes or whatever. And then okay. So then Seuss and Stan run out of the funeral, which is inside. So then they go whatever, and then Dipper figures out that it's the Wax people it was Wax Sherlock Holmes who beheaded Wax Stan. He wanted to get revenge from Stan for betraying them. Also, did you guys know that Google has like, whoa, okay. I'm on a computer right now, so like, watch this. Sorry. Google, you're cool. Good job, guys. This is cool. That is so cool. Yeah. Let's go on to YouTube, Reddit, and search up Headhunters. So then, the Sherlock, the wax figures come to life, and they're like, "Oh, you figured it out!" And then they have a fight and stuff, and then they figure out that that they are like they die from the stuff, you know. They die from like wax. They die from like flames and candles and stuff like that. So they use that to their advantage. And then freaking Doobie Head. God, can't cut through. Okay, and then Sherlock Holmes fights Dipper. So then with the sword and stuff, whatever. So then they go out. They go outside the mystery sack on top of it and stuff, and then so they go outside the mystery sack on top of it and stuff, and so then they I can't talk. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So then the sun rises and wax Sherlock Holmes melts, and then Dipper sneezes and he sneezes like a cat, and it's silly. It's so silly. Yeah. And then they go to the officers. Yes, we did solve the case. And then Bluffs is like, I'm so confident that you're gonna say no that I'm gonna take a long sip of coffee. And then Dipper says, yes, we did. And then he's like, he splits into his part of his face, and they spit it back and forth, and then they crash, and the episode ends there. But it doesn't, because the Larry King, who was a wax figure, got beheaded by Dipper, and he's still alive in the vents, just chilling around. So at the end credits scene, Dipper, Mabel's like, I don't know, purple or llama, and then Dipper, and then Larry King's in the vent, and he's like, llamas, they are the fiercest warriors of the earth. And then it wasn't Dipper who said that, and he's like, what the heck? What the heck? And then the cipher code at the end of the episode, where it's a bunch of double letters, it says, he's still in the vents. Guys, you will not believe what is in Fortnite. Battle Royale. Yeah. A good episode. Not as good as the earlier two episodes. In my Star Wars versus the Force of Evil versus Gravity Falls, I put Headhunters, my second worst episode, my second least favorite episode. But I'm going to say that it's not. It's not my second least favorite anymore. I think I'll give that title to the Gulf War, which I'll explain in the season 2 thoughts and remarks I'll do about Gravity Falls. Thanks for watching, everybody, and this thumbnail is whack.